Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining this event. It's been an amazing event. I have had the chance to join some of the sessions. They were very informative sessions. My name is Manoj Verma. I work for a company called Omway Systems. We are a Microsoft partner, and we provide uh, cloud support and services primarily around development in Office 365, SharePoint Online, Azure. Today, I'm going to talk to you about creating site templates for SharePoint Online. Couple of housekeeping items. March 23rd to 25th is M365 conference in Las Vegas. Thanks to all of our supporters and sponsors. Without them, this event would not have been possible. About me, my name is Manoj Verma. I'm based in San Francisco, California. I have 20 years of experience with enterprise applications, primarily been focused on the enterprise portal, content management, document management systems like SharePoint, and have been working with almost every single version of SharePoint till date. I'm the founder and principal architect of with Omway Systems. As I said, we provide uh, services around cloud, Office 365, SharePoint development. We how can we help? We basically, provide end-to-end solutions for digital transformation to cloud. That could include migrating your SharePoint on-prem environments to SharePoint Online, migrating your workloads, your infrastructure into cloud, providing all kinds of development services on Power Platform, Power Apps, Power BI, and Power Automate. Today, I'm going to talk about how we can create templates in SharePoint Online and how they are different than what we are used to from the traditional on-prem environment. So for the traditional on-prem environment, we had to use something called picture framework that would involve building full trust solutions for 2007, 2010, 2013, and 2016. For Then we had some options to use sandbox solutions, which were available starting 2010, but then they are no longer available in SharePoint Online, so that's not an option. There was an add-in model in SharePoint 2013 onwards. All of these options required Visual Studio support, lots and lots of custom effort, custom development, expert knowledge of SharePoint Online, SharePoint object model was required. So to be able to create templates, you would have to be an expert in SharePoint, and it wouldn't be possible for just power users to create templates. We'll see how that has changed in SharePoint Online. So there were a couple of options that you could use in the traditional SharePoint environments. You could save your site as a template and create web templates, but those templates were difficult to update. So if you ever have to make changes after you have created few sites based on those templates, it would be very, very difficult to go back, make changes to those templates, and come back and apply to the all the existing sites that have been provision based on those templates as well as the new ones. You could create custom master pages to provide some sort of templating to your environment, but those are not available in SharePoint Online. There was an option to create custom page layouts to provide a set of a framework for your content pages, but that's also not available in SharePoint Online. And then we all know what onet.xml was. It was very confusing, very complicated. I tried to create it a couple times, but I was never successful in creating it, so I gave up on that. What are the options for modern SharePoint creating templates? We have something called as PNP provisioning. It's an open source, it's a provisioning engine available in SharePoint Online, which makes it really easy to create templates, and then we even update those templates and make changes, make modifications. You would be able to apply those templates to all the sites that have already been created, or any new sites that you're going to create. It follows an XML based approach. As I said, it can be used on new and existing sites. The very interesting feature that is available to us is what I call Delta provisioning. What that means is you can create a template, and your template will not impact anything that is existing in your site already. It's just going to create only the items that doesn't exist in the site and are available in the template. So it's just going to provision those Delta elements on your site. The XML is pretty easy to understand and implement. It follows a schema. Here is the GitHub URL for the latest schema that is from February 2020. If you look at this schema, it provides what are the options that are available in the template, and what are the required parameters and values for each option that you need to supply while creating the template. There are PowerShell commands that are available to apply the templates. The first one here on the screen is get PNP provisioning template out into a file. So you would use this command to get a template from an existing site. So if you have a site that you have created and you like it, and you want to use that site as template, you can extract the template by using get PNP provisioning template into an XML file. And then you can start using that XML file as your template for all the new sites that you're going to create. And all your sites that will be provisioned using that template will look exactly the same. The other command that is available is apply PNP provisioning template, which allows you to apply the template to a site. So you can get the template from a site, or you can apply the template to a site using PowerShell. Some of the options that are available to us using the template that we can create is we can set properties of the site, we can set site policies. For example, if you want to set up external sharing, you can set up with site policy. You can implement web settings, for example, your homepage of your or the site title. All of those things come under web settings. Regional settings is available. You could use localization languages support is available. Audit settings, you can create property bag entries on your site. You can create security elements, like you can create groups, add users to groups, provide permissions to the groups. You can set the navigation of your site. This one is pretty handy to set the navigation. You can you can basically provision a global navigation and use that in your template, and every single site that you create will have the navigation. You can create site fields, webhooks, client pages. You can deploy themes using the PNP provisioning template. Content types, you can create lists and libraries, create features, you can create custom actions. You can deploy or add files to document libraries. You can add pages in your site pages galleries. You can create term groups. Compose look, you can create workflows. You can deploy workflows using PNP provisioning. You can set your search settings. You can work with publishing features, application lifecycle management. If you have custom applications that you have created and you want to deploy it on your sites going forward using the template, you can use the application lifecycle management. You can add your header and footer uh, in the template, and then you can basically provide the template webhooks. So without talking too much about the slides and options that are available, I would like to uh, show you guys a demo of how the template provisioning works, how the template is organized, what are the options that you can use. I'll show you some of the options in action here. So if I switch my screen to my SharePoint, I'll go ahead and create a new site. Go ahead and create a communication site. Um, 360. It will create the site here. While it's creating the site, it's created. So if you look at the site, it's pretty out of the box site, a out of the box communication site. It doesn't have anything in it right now. It doesn't have much. It just have a document library and a site pages with one page um, in the site pages gallery. The template that we are going to use is right here. So this is how the XML is you can use. We talk about some of the options here. I am setting the web settings of the site. I'm providing a title to my site. I'm providing a welcome page. for the site. I'm adding a navigation right here. This whole section is for the creating a navigation. I'm adding some navigation elements here for home. I'm adding second level navigation as well. So it will be a 2-level navigation system on this site. I'm provisioning a list, a document library. So this section right here is to add document libraries or list. I'm adding a drop-off document library, and I'm adding a pursuit documents drop-off libraries. I'm adding a list right here, which is a custom list with the name is project contacts. I'm adding 3 columns to it, an email column, a phone, and a role. One of the field is a choice field, which has these 2 options. Um, you can also create views of your list. So I'm creating 2 views uh, for the list, the project contact list, which is a project administrator and a project manager view. After that, I'm creating another list called project announcements. It is an announcement list. Then right here, I'm adding a couple of pages in the site. This is a home page. I'm adding a custom page as well, a pursuit or documents page. This page will have 2 web ports deployed on it already. Both of them are document libraries. So all of this is going to be created automatically. You don't have to create your list. You don't have to create a document library. You don't have to create your pages. The idea is to provide a uniform look and feel to all the sites that you are going to create using this template. So every time a user requests a site, somebody has to go through the pains to create all the objects, set it up, set up the permissions, create the pages. It takes hours to set up the site. However, if we use the templates, you can create a provision a site with all those artifacts in like 5 minutes. So if we go back to our PowerShell window, and if we connect to the site that we just created, which is M365 virtual. So we are connected to the site. If we do, so we are connected to our M365 virtual site. If we go ahead and apply the template, this is the name of the file that you have your template defined in. The template is defined in sample template XML. You have to provide the name of the XML file, and you have to call the apply PNP provisioning template commandlet. Once you hit enter, it's going to start creating. It's initializing the engine. It's creating your lists and libraries. It's going to give you a nice little progress bar here to show what's going on right now and what is being deployed. So right now, deploying the pursuit documents document library. It's creating the project context list right now. Project announcement is getting created. It's creating a project calendar. Um, it's creating the view for the project context list, adding the pages now. It's adding the navigation, and it's finished. So it took about 5 minutes, maybe, to deploy the template on the site. Let's see how the site is going to look now. This is how it is out of the box. If I go ahead and refresh the site, it has changed it completely. The home page is now the Pursuit Documents page, which has 2 document libraries deployed on it. If you look at here, here is our navigation that we deployed using the template. And it's a multi-level navigation. If we go and change it to a cascading navigation. So here's your the navigation. I like it better in the cascading mode. If you look at the site contents and see what all has happened in this site, you'll see that we have a bunch of new document libraries and pages. We created a drop-off document library. We created a Pursuit Documents library. We created a project contacts list. If you open this list up and we try to add a new item to it, remember we used a choice column we added a column of type choice in the list. So that's the column right here. We also added a project announcement list. We added a calendar, an events list, project calendar. And in the site pages gallery, we deployed 2 new pages, homepage.aspx and pursuit documents.aspx. We also set pursuit documents as the homepage or the welcome page of this site. If you go back to the site homepage, that's your Pursuit Documents page. It already has two web parts on it. Both of them are the document library web part. So if you're working on sites, or if your team needs similar looking sites over and over again, then this approach comes in very, very handy. You could create a template. And the good thing with these templates is that they are easy to maintain, easy to upgrade, and you just have to add XML content to your template, and you can go back and apply that template to all the existing sites. It's not going to mess up with any of your sites that are already there. It's just going to deploy all the new items that you have added to the template, and any new site that you will create will be based off of these templates. If we look at the schema that this template is based off of, here are some of the options. And I really like this information that's available on this GitHub page. It basically allows you to go through all the possible options and what can you do with those options. So for example, if you look at the templates, within templates, you can define your provisioning template file, your reference, your provisioning template. If you go in the provisioning template, these are the options that are available to you. You could create properties, site policies, web settings, all of these. Then you, if you want, you can get more information on, for example, web settings. You go there to the web setting and it will tell you how you need to define that XML node. What are the properties that you can specify? What are the required options? So there are a lot of options that are available to us that we can automate and provision on the sites using the templates. So the link is on the presentation. The link to the schema is on the presentation right here. So it will be available to you guys. Any questions on the demo on about what are the possibilities and what can be done with the template? Okay, moving on. We are giving away raffles prizes as part of this conference. Thank you for attending again. Here is the URL that you need to participate in the raffle prizes. There are some interesting items that are available that you can win. Consider donating to the following charity relief funds: United Way or International Medical Corps. You can we need all the donations that are possible, especially during this pandemic that we are all going through. And I would like to thank everyone for taking time to join the session and the conference. It has been an amazing event. Feel free to ask any questions if you have.